You are live with Dr. Chapa. Good day, good morning, good evening. What time is it? Are you watching this as a rerun? I appreciate that. Are you watching this live? I really appreciate that. I'm excited to bring to you a message that, look, I know you guys already know the answer to. Is sugar good for you? Go ahead and put it in the comments below. Is sugar really serving you? The question of questions. I remember being at a seminar and I'm sorry, at a marketing event, and it was called the the strawberry patch or something like that. And it was a famous, thing that we did in our local town and area. And it was amazing because I would go to these events and I would have this sign that says, "Why do I love sugar?" Or, has different like symptom patterns that people are dealing with. See, people 20 years ago were still dealing with the same stuff they're dealing with today. And interestingly, they were also consuming the same junk food that they are today. And so one of the things that I came to realize when I had that sign that said, "Why do I like sugar?" Some guy with a strawberry, cake in his hand goes, "Because it tastes good." Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, yeah, but look what it's doing to your body. High blood pressure, overweight. He's got the Dunlap belly. You've heard of the Dunlap belly, right? Where your belly's Dunlapped over your belt. And this is not funny, but it is funny, right? Because we know it's true. But I want to bring another message to you because here's what I know. We all can be reminded. We can all be encouraged. We can all be shocked that we are still consuming over an abundance of sugar day in and day out. So I want you to be a part of our newsletter list. We've got a great program for you every Monday night, and we're excited to bring them to you. This is going into the holidays. Thanksgiving's right around the corner, and we want you to be ripe and ready. We want you to be really of just a mindset ready so that when you are presented with all the foods and all the fixins, that you're being smart and intentional with your day, with your week, with your month, knowing that the holidays are here. We don't want you to gain the average 10 pounds through the holidays that many people gain because of alcohol, sugar, and useless foods that are what we call make-believe foods. Remember, guys, if you eat make-believe food, the best you'll ever get is make-believe health. And so we want you to be educated, get on our newsletter list, be encouraged, and let us teach you how to live your best, be your best day in and day out. So without further ado, let's get into it and break the spirit of repetition. We know sugar's bad, but did you know sugar affects your sleep? That it affects your immune system. It affects every tissue, cell, organ, gland in your body at a deep negative. Of course it does. I literally just got this post today. So the holiday reality check, this is what was sent over to me. I'm just going to read this to you because I think it's really cool to see that people are posting this that aren't even doctors. So people know, read this and never touch sugar again. That's the first thing that popped up on my feed this morning. Did they know that I was going to teach this? Is the AI world like listening? Well, anyway, whatever. Tech. Sugar in your blood becomes diabetes. Sugar in your brain becomes dementia. Sugar in your teeth becomes cavities. Sugar in your liver becomes a fatty liver. Sugar in your cells becomes oxidative stress, basically rusting inside out. Sugar on your skin becomes fast aging. Sugar in your gut becomes inflammation. Sugar in your joints becomes stiffness. Sugar in your body becomes mood swings and anxiety. Avoid sugar if you want to live a healthier life. And I think that is a timely message that we could all grasp hold of. So I want to share that with you because I want you to recognize that living with symptom patterns that you were not genetically born with is not your destiny. You've been called higher. You have 5 hormones in your body that raise blood sugar. Just hang with me. You got 1 that lowers blood sugar. Why do we live in a diabetic culture where blood sugar is too high if we've got 5 hormones designed to raise it and 1 designed to lower it? Because we're overutilizing the 1 and we're underutilizing the 5. We were never meant to consume the immense amount of sugar, lots and lots of sugar that people are consuming. And there's a video called That Sugar Film that is absolutely the best. I love it. The education you get, the energy that you get, the songs. I can't even believe this guy put songs to sugar and what it does to wreck and ruin your health. It's a must. You got to check it out. But this November, December bring lots and lots of sugar. So most people double their sugar intake during the holidays without realizing what it is doing to their immune system. So it's not just December. It should have said, Thanksgiving as well. I've already heard what my family is planning for next week. So I'm telling you, you're going to be exposed to it. I'm being exposed to it day in and day out. So what is it that you're going to be eating next week? I want you to put it in the comments below. I mean, the reality is I know you're going to do it. So we're going to teach you some practical things to maximize how to get through the holidays effectively. So sugar spikes, your immune system drops. This is a classic. So just 100 grams of sugar can suppress your immune system for up to 8 hours. So, I felt like, hey, what does a cookie and a Coke look like? 100 grams of sugar suppresses your immune system for up to 8 hours. Well, that's kind of scary. So let's look at some other possible foods that you are consuming day in and day out to reach that 100 grams of sugar that might not even be the holidays, that could relate to just today, because today is not a holiday. Real life, everyday ways that people hit the sugar mark of 100 grams of sugar and wreck and ruin their health. So this is the healthy morning lie. You ready for this? The healthy morning lie. Your flavored yogurt, 26 grams. Granola, 18 grams. Medium coffee with cream, 32 grams most of the time. Banana, 14 grams. It's 90 to 110 grams of sugar. So you think you started your day right because you ate breakfast. Dr. Chapa said eat breakfast, the most important meal of the day. But you actually started a diabetic trend. This is not good, but this is what's happening. So the standard fast food lunch, okay, get ready. Burger bun, ketchup, sauces, 12 to 18 grams. Medium soda, 44 grams. Medium fry, starch and sugar. Starch converts to sugar, 10 grams. Milkshake, because who doesn't want a milkshake at lunch? 40 to 60 grams. Total, 70 to 120 grams of sugar for the day. So check this out. Watch this. I remember every Sunday we would leave church. We would drive through one of the fast food and get a Frosty and French fries. What? That is pretty much right there, 70 grams of sugar. So we were suppressing our immune system for up to 8 hours. Well, maybe it was 5 hours, but still, it was affecting us. The just coffee run. Oh, don't worry, it's just coffee. Grande caramel macchiato. You can tell I drink coffee. 44 grams. Banana bread or pastry. 28 to 40 grams of sugar, by the way. 72 to 84 grams. One coffee stop, your entire immune system is offline until the afternoon. Be careful. You got to pay attention to this stuff. I ate clean today. Mostly, that's the trap, right? Mostly protein bars, 16 to 24 grams. By the way, do you know that most protein bars are just nothing but glorified candy bars that you're paying too much for? How about kombucha? Uh-oh, I know I hit some buzzwords there. I thought kombucha was good for me, 12 to 18 grams. A few healthy snacks, 8 to 12 grams. Post-dinner dessert, 40 to 60 grams, 70 to 110 grams of sugar. I ate clean today, mostly. Well, you didn't. Now the pumpkin spice holiday disaster. Star Smucks venti pumpkin spice latte, one cinnamon roll, 46 to 60 grams, and then 64 grams in the latte. That's 110 to 124 grams of sugar. Are you getting the point? We are easily hitting these numbers in one meal. How about this last one? The sweet tea culture. Large sweet tea, 60 to 72 grams of sugar. What? That's nuts. Sauces of course, add up 18 to 25 grams because everybody dips in sauces, or there's some kind of magic sauce on your sandwich. 80 to 97 grams. So these are at fast food places, okay? And so I really want you to grasp the idea that you're getting into sugar more than you realize, and your immune system's paying a price for it. So sugar slows your white blood cell count. I know I beat a dead horse there, but I want you to really grab hold of, if you want a strong immune system, and who doesn't, you should be wanting a stronger, healthier, more vibrant immune system. Sugar is one of the fastest way to disrupt neutrophil activity, reduce your major immune fighters day in and day out, and your immune army gets sluggish, worn out, and unproductive. And so sugar increases inflammation in the body. Who hasn't been this person before? It's covered up, got the flu-like symptoms, can't stop the sneezing, their nose hurts. Oof, sugar elevates inflammation, causes mucous membranes to get inflamed, overproduction of mucus, making your sinuses more reactive. Just seeing her sneeze like that makes my insides hurt. And so the reality is your health, your kids' health, your family's health matter. And inflammation is driving so many diseases in our culture today. We've talked about this many times over the last few weeks, the gut health disruptor. Well, high sugar makes the gut unhappy, period. It feeds the wrong bacteria in your gut, which causes your bacteria to thrive, the bad bacteria specifically, and your immune system responds sluggishly. You're more susceptible to things happening in the gut. And I have done this before, man. I have been eating clean, doing really great, and then all of a sudden you just have a Friday night whim and you eat, I don't know, bacon, eggs, and pancakes. Doesn't sound too, bad, but the reality is the sugar, the pancake mix has sugar in it oftentimes, unless you're making your own, which most people don't. So I know that your baking powders probably do have some marginal amount. And what happens is you eat too much because you've been eating clean, and you go, oh, this tastes so good, and you just keep shoveling it down. And the next thing you know, you're waking up the next morning and your throat hurts a little bit. You're like, ugh, what did I do? Was it the night air? No. It was your gut is basically producing too much mucus because the bad bacteria had a party last night because you fed them basically an evening treat right before you went to bed. So not only did your gut get a boost of energy, the gut bad bugs got a boost of energy and started having a frat party. Your liver had to now divide and conquer and do digestive work and liver work. That's next to impossible. And so the body didn't spin the plates well through the night, and you wake up sluggish and a little bit heady, like you got sinus congestion, a swollen, puffy eyes, and a little bit of a headache even. Now, this is the impacts of sugar in its many crazy forms. So I want to make sure that you guys are aware that when you put sugar into the body, it is pouring basically kerosene on a fire, because if you already had bad sleep trouble, now you've got double the trouble. And that's exactly what would happen to me when I'd eat evening, late night treats. I was talking to one of my mentors one time. I said, man, you're looking really good. He was in his, mid 60s. And I said, what are you doing to stay lean? He goes, I stopped eating my kids' leftovers. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, you think about it. If they don't eat their entire gluten-free waffle or pancake, what did he do? He went over there and had, a quarter of it. And he would do that consistently. And it just inched up the bloat. It inched up the inflammation. It inched up his body's inability to run basic processes. And you might say to yourself, well, that doesn't sound like very healthy. Or is it? You see, when your body gives you check engine lights, you should listen. When you ignore the symptoms that your body is either gaining weight, or your skin is tight because of swelling, waterlogged, or you're feeling your sleep is not giving you the recovery that it should, now you're setting yourself up for long-term dis-ease, left unchecked, disease, left unchecked, syndromes of diseases, many different symptoms. And so sugar causes a double trouble sleep deprivation issue, weakening further the immune system. So it's not just now the sugar that's kicking you in the butt, it's affecting your sleep and recovery. So less sleep equals fewer immune cells to go to work for you. Your body becomes slow at identifying even what it's fighting because of the amount of mucus in the head, the gut bugs overrunning the belly. It's almost like you've got multiple system derangement happening whenever we're not sleeping, when we're eating sugar, and our body begins to deteriorate. And now what does that leave you to do? Well, that leaves you to reach for more rocket fuel, more sugar, more junk. And so now you're set yourself up for seasonal illness and more. Weakened immune system makes you an easy target for colds, flu, RSV, sinus infections. Who doesn't have that stuff during the holidays? It comes in my office all the time. Just in the last 3 weeks, I've had 21 cases of strep come through, 7 or 8 different belly stomach viruses come through with vomiting and diarrhea. But what about the brain fog and the fatigue? The UTI uncomfortability feelings, swollen lymph nodes, they're just kind of there, and that belly bloat where you feel. So think about it. It's not just like feeling sick and missing work. You're just unproductive because your belly hurts. You're unproductive because you can't do the talk today because, your throat's swollen and your lymph nodes are swollen. Or maybe because you keep getting interrupted by your own bladder taking you to the bathroom. I know, it's happening. And when you eat sugar and you get that mental brain fog coming in, you can't remember names, numbers, and words, or you start struggling putting sentences together, you have an unproductive day. And man, why even work? I know you can't call in for just having brain fog, can you? But the holidays bring another part to the process. And now we've got sugar, bad sleep, and now the third trifecta that's completely wrecking people right, left, and Sunday, and that is stress of the holidays. Stress makes everything worse. It is another layer of kerosene on the fire, and it is a hormone, cortisol and adrenaline, that raise your blood sugar and suppress your immune system also. Okay, so holiday chaos equals immunological overload. Don't be discouraged. I got resources and tools. We can fix that. drchapawellness.com, shop.justlivewell.com. If you do have any of these types of symptoms and you are fighting seasonal allergens, dude, we've got the EnviroForce. We've got the OptiForce, which is basically going to regulate that cortisol stress response. We've got products that seal and heal the gut lining, Gut Force. We've got products which is high dose L-glutamine. And you can get these at shop.justlivewell.com. We also have, hey, look, if you're craving sugar, get on the Glycema Force, as it is a product that will help regulate your blood sugar for up to 8 hours, so you're not craving sugar day in and day out. So be encouraged. You can go to drchapawellness.com and see some of our detox programs. You can go to shop.justlivewell.com and see our online store where you'll have access to tools and resources to deal with some of these symptoms. Every one of these symptoms you see in the pictures are symptoms that people are dealing with because their body is crying out for help. Belly pain, the butterfly rash, the nebulizer, the acne on the jawline. That is not a sunburn, but lymphatics are congested across the chest, and the sinus head cold. This stuff is real and people are dealing with it day in and day out, and it is all going to flare up in the presence of sugar. So here are some of Dr. Chapa's simple holiday survival tricks and tips for you, okay? So we eat protein before we eat sweets. So let's just say it's Thanksgiving Day and you're going to eat the desserts. Well, make sure you eat clean proteins first. That means you eat protein for breakfast. Don't just wait to stuff it all in at lunch. Your metabolism, when you put food in the morning, it stabilizes and it helps you not actually be so hungry that you overeat at the big lunch. And I know you're thinking to yourself, but you want to, it's only one day. No, it's not. Dude, you get 2 or 3 days. Like you can eat leftovers for 2 or 3 days. You can eat the meal twice in a day. Because when we look at a lot of the people's plates that come across the serving line, it's just too much. You would never in a million years eat that much food in one setting ever. You only need about 6 to 7 ounces of protein, and you can have your other fixings on the side, but you're not overindulging in all of it. I know we have trained Americans to overconsume every day. Have you been to some of these restaurants? Everything's bigger here in Texas, right? So we have big servings, big portions, but protein first all throughout the day before you eat sweets or even before you have that midnight snack. You will more than likely put a log on the metabolic fire, not paper. What is burning longer metabolically? The log, the protein, the fat, not the sugar, not the starch, not the eating a sweet without some kind of balance buffer to offset its impacts on your blood sugar. Drink water between meals. People are still dehydrated today, guys. You should be doing 1 liter of water per 50 pounds of body weight. So if you're 50 pounds, that's 32 ounces. If you're 100 pounds, that's 64 ounces. If you're over 100 pounds, 150 pounds, you're at, essentially 96 ounces of water. But most people, even at the 200 mark, aren't even getting into the 50s, and they are suffering. I have a guy literally that comes in, and if I can get him to drink 2 bottles of water before he comes to the office, he adjusts better. I kid you not. Like literally, his body completely works better for 2 16-ounce bottles of water. That is 32 ounces of water per day. That is nothing. He's 170 pounds. He should be definitely pushing closer to the 100-ounce mark, but he's not. And yet his body gives us feedback. If he underdoes the 32, he doesn't adjust hardly well at all. If he drinks 32 ounces of water, his body adjusts so much more better. Water. Remember, there's a great book called Your Body's Many Cries for Water, or You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty. These are great books that just kind of, beat the dead horse. Again, break the spirit of repetition. You need to hear this again, that water is your friend. Get 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Why? Because you get growth hormone stimulation, you get rest and recovery, you get healing and regeneration power so that you can tackle tomorrow better than you tackled it today. You can exercise. And yes, I put 27 minutes there because I'm just thinking, hey, look, anybody can do anything for 27 minutes. It doesn't take long. You can do 3 set exercises that are 10 minutes a piece and you got it. That are 9 minutes a piece and you got it. And so you break it up. How do you eat the elephant? 1 bite at a time. You can do high intensity work. You can swing kettlebells. You can swing club bells. You can go for a walk. You can do farmer's carries around your block. You can put a weight vest on and go and get it done. You can definitely find ways to be active. If the dude don't move, the dude don't groove. I remember some trainers in the area one time accused me of not being into exercise. And I'm like, what? Like, how do you even come to that conclusion? Obviously, you ain't a patient. Obviously, you don't come and listen to me ever. Obviously, you don't get on these calls and listen to me talk about if the dude don't move, the dude don't groove. And so, guys, you've got to get into this groove of taking care of yourself and moving well so that you can perform well day in and day out. Support your body with herbs and vitamins. This is easy. This is where I shine. Diaplex is a product from Standard Process. CM Core is a product from Orthomolecular. The berberine products will help regulate these sugar cravings that you're having. Gymnema will literally reset your beta receptors in your pancreas so that you're craving less and less. I have protocols of programs designed to help you deal with the stress and strain of cravings, because I know it's real, but it's the gut bugs. We got to tear down the gut bugs. That's why you got to go look at some of my past work and listen to those messages, because they talk about programs you can do to boost up and strengthen your immune system, to strengthen your body's resolve against the bugs. But then these are practical tools, knowing that today's Thanksgiving, right? Or today's Christmas, or today's a birthday, or today's an anniversary, and you know you're going to go eat junk food. You would start priming your body's blood sugar mechanisms not to crave so that you don't overindulge. Managing stress, another one of my tips. This helps you through prayer and deep breathing to just reset your parasympathetic nervous system. There's a great app called Tactical Breather, and I've mentioned it before, and I've talked about it a lot over the years, but essentially it's block breathing. 4 seconds in, 4 second hold, 4 seconds out, 4 second hold. And it is a block breathing exercise that you can do for 2 minutes. And you go, that doesn't sound like much. And it's not. But the reality is people still won't do it. And they don't realize that learning to breathe deep and hold your breath, there is healing and restoration in the still point. So if your sleep is bad, you're eating too much sugar, and you're stressed out, and your immune system needs a boost, and you don't have time for anything but to breathe, breathe with intention. That's the message. So definitely deep breathing. And of course, there's Bible verses. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart, your mind, your soul through Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:6-7. Manage your stress. Lay it at the foot of the cross. Know that God wants you to bring it to him so that he can help you manage that better and stay in faith. Remember this last little part too on this. We operate from a place of victory. We don't beg God for victory. So if you cannot get over yourself and you keep indulging in foods that you shouldn't eat, please understand, you can pray through that from a place of victory, because if you're in Christ, you are already operating as a victorious warrior. You cannot base your life on your circumstances, on what you see or what you feel. Those are all going to lead you down into the devil's playground, his sparring land, and he will beat your butt every time. So again, understanding perspective. Where are we fighting? From a place of faith. And a faith realm is where we win in our victory, because we already got it. We already got it. And then, of course, my 10-day blood sugar reset, easy to do, is stuff people do during the holidays. Man, do it. If you haven't done a 10-day blood sugar reset, it's a cool program, and just let us know how that you want to do it. We'll get it set up for you. Put it in the comments below. I want to do the 10-day blood sugar reset. You get to eat protein, guys. You get to eat vegetables. It's not a juice program. It's not a fasting program. It's not a diarrhea cleanse. Don't worry. Its focus is boosting your metabolism by strengthening your blood sugar pathways. So super cool protocol. And then, of course, no program would be great if I didn't talk about the detox in a box. Even though it's the seasonal holidays, the detox in a box, you still got time to get your 42 days a year of detox done. This supports your liver, your lymphatics, your gut, your kidneys, your immune system, your cardiovascular system, your brain. Every tissue, cell, organ, gland in the body will function. If you click that QR code, which right now, pick up your phone and hit that QR code, just go look at it. We've got our Nourish and Renew program on our Dr. Chapa Wellness page. We got our Detox in a Box over there. You ought to get involved and enrolled in the program now. Do it if you haven't done your 42 days a year. Get those 42 days in play. Start it immediately after Thanksgiving. You'll have it done before Christmas, and then you'll be ready to do it in the first quarter of next year. And you practice this messaging, and you will be ahead of the curve always. I promise you. If you're doing detox in the 21st century, you're on your way, onward, upward, goodward, and Godward. If you're not doing detox in the 21st century, you are missing the boat. You are on your way to symptom land, and you are going to have needless, unnecessary suffering in your body, inflammation in your mind, in your symptom patterns that you were not genetically born with or designed to have. Okay, so thank you for that little soapbox, Dr. Chapa. He gets excited about his detox. So why detox in a box? Why does it work? Well, because if your body's natural pathways are operating like they're supposed to, you have better digestion, you have better elimination, you have better assimilation, which means a building. You have better neurotransmitters in your brain. You have better B vitamins for energy and output, for your mitochondria to work and run like they're supposed to produce more energy. When we generate energy, we produce more energy. This is a perpetuating positive cycle. We like that. Say that 3 times fast. Perpetuating positive cycle, perpetuating positive cycle, perpetuating positive cycle. Wick, 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 wick. Yeah, I know. I'm a rapper, and not a good one, but I'm a rapper. So detox in a box. Guys, if you've done my detox in a box before, put it in the comments below and tell us a little quick testimony of your skin improving, your mind improving, your weight going down, your energy going up, your sleep improved, and you wanting to continue doing it onward forever. This is great living. Guys, enjoy the holidays. Avoid the immune system crash. Your body can thrive. Your body will if you support it well. And we want you to tap in to our programs. We got all kinds of different programs. Just visit our website, drchapawellness.com, justlivewell.com. Get into the detox in a box. I cannot recommend it more. It's so powerful. And I get excited about it every day because when people do the program 42 days a year, they're on their way. They feel better day in and day out, even when life's hard, even when they don't get it 100%. They're like 85% or 92% effective on the program. Their bodies perform like it's supposed to. So if you enjoyed our programs, if you're loving the content, please sign up for our newsletter. First and foremost, get on our newsletter. I'm excited about what I'm doing in the new year with the newsletter. I got some great things coming to you guys, and I want y'all to be more educated than ever. This is a service free to you. It's something that I personally put out regularly and get into people's hands on the fly. So then please follow us. I want you to check us out on all the social platforms and like our videos, share our content, help people see the good message of hope and well-being in life and encouragement to people to go onward, upward, goodward, and Godward every day, all the way to Sunday. We are thankful to be a part of your wellness team. We are excited that we get to go onward, upward, goodward, and Godward together. So with that, I'm going to say thank you and have a blessed and wonderful night. Can't wait to see you next Monday night, 7 p.m., same bad time, same bad channel, and you will be blessed. We got more great things in store for you. So without further ado, you guys live your best, be your best day in and day out, and love getting ready for the wonderful holiday season that we're approaching. So till next time, Dr. Chapa loves ya.